No longer are phones just a simple device to push a couple of buttons and to call up one of your buddies. Phones now do just about everything. You can watch TV on your phone. You can record videos on your phone like a camcorder. You can take pictures. You can, of course, still call your buddies, but most people nowadays like to text their friends and check your email and go on the internet and surf, get directions to your favorite restaurant, and on and on and on. You can do, well, just about anything electronic gadget can do, you can almost do on your phone. You can play games on your phone. Lots of fun. So today I'm going to review one of the newer phones out, and this is the LG Voyager, and this is from the Verizon one. Well, I guess it's the same phone, just on a different network. So here's Mr. Phone, and go over some of the basics here. Let's see how well I can zoom in. There we go. This is your camera button. You hold this down, and you can take a picture. This turned on. I'll have to unlock it first. Hold on a second. That's my puppy. Woof woof. Alright, so you hit the button, and you can take a picture. Alright, there we go. Now this has a built-in 2-megapixel camera, and so it's a decent resolution on the camera. And I'm gonna exit out of there already. And it's got some decent options on the blah 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 what to do. But it's a camera. It's not the best. I mean, phone cameras have gotten a lot better than what they used to be, but they're still not the best. And you press N to exit out. Alright, so back here, you've got your lock slider right here. So with the press of a button you can lock it, press of a button you can unlock it. And then you've got a volume adjust right here. That's what this bottom button is for. So those are the side buttons. Right up here is your 2-megapixel camera. Ooh. And this is your battery. This is not a battery cover, this is the actual battery. So you plop this and the whole thing comes off. And it comes with, I think, a 950 milliamp hour battery, which is decent. It lasts for a day, so can't complain too much. And this is a micro SD card slot. And I've got a 2 gigabyte micro SD card in here. There we go. You can't really see. I guess you can kind of see. There we go. 2 gigabyte micro SD. Little hint, best place to get any sort of flash media is newegg.com. They're the cheapest. And then here on the bottom you've got micro USB for hooking up to your computer. Now let's go on to some of the better features of the phone. And for some reason I went back to my camera feature. Let's end that. Alright, so here on the front you have access to some of the most common applications that you're going to be using. Right here you've got your messaging, you know, because you can talk to somebody, but why when you can just send them a text message. And now you can see that this is not the entire menu because you've got your little scroll over here. Well, like a lot of the new phones coming out, this is touch sensitive screen, and it's also motion sensitive. So instead of trying to hit this tiny little bar over here, what you do is you use your thumb to scroll up and down. So you press down and then slide up, press down and slide down. And I'll go to a different menu so you can kind of see. This is the options menu here, and if I go to settings and tools, now you can see I've got a bigger slide, and you can see it sliding better. Now it's not the easiest slide in the world. You've got to kind of press down pretty hard and then slide, but it works. And you know, that's one of the more important parts, is that it works. So those are your options. This is your phone. It has nice big keys, so you're not going to have too many problems missing the keys when you're dialing, because they're nice and big, and the touch it has a good feel on it. And of course then your contact list. You're not allowed to see those. Alright. Oh, and I forgot about this. This is a 2.5-inch audio jack, so it's not exactly the standard size for most headphones, but 2.5 is pretty standard for for phones these days. So, hello pillow. Alright, this is the other feature that this has. Let me zoom out here a little bit so you can see this better. This is also a flip phone. So yes, there are 2 screens. There's the front screen and the inside screen. Now there's 2 positions for this display. You can either have it at an angle like this, or you can have it totally flat. So whichever one you prefer. Now as you can see here, this is a full QWERTY keyboard, and it gets the name QWERTY from QWERTY. QWERTY. There we go. So you have your full function QWERTY keyboard. You have spaces on both sides here, and it's for easy access. And then the full standard QWERTY laid out with your numbers on the top. You have a shift and a symbol, and then your FN for special functions on it. And it has a nice power save feature on it. And you've got all your standard phone functions here. You have your clear and your speakerphone, and then you have a little joystick over here. And this also functions as a joystick in certain situations. Then your send and your N and your two little menu buttons up on the top. And so that's the very basics. And then, of course, you have your speakers up here. Now, the phone carries all the standard, you know, pretty nifty features that you want to have on it. You can do messaging, like I said. There we go. And your contacts and your standard research calls. Now, some of the other features that you can have on here is Navigator, which I don't subscribe to, and Browser, which I don't subscribe to, and Music, which I don't have any on here. So, you know, I'm just pretty much use it for text and calling. But there's a lot of other features that you can use on this. Your Navigator, obviously, is for GPS and for maps, so you can know where you are and know how to get where you want to go. And your Browser to go on the internet and do stuff. And Music, obviously, you can go on and do Vcast and download music from the Verizon network, and etc., etc. And then that's another thing to get it now, is allows you to go get stuff. Now, one of the other nifty features on here, on the LG Voyager, is right here. You can kind of see there's something little hidden. And you're like, that can't be an antenna. It can't be an antenna. Nobody has an antenna that sticks out anymore. They haven't had those in like 6 months, and that means it's like forever in technology standards. Or am I on the other side? Oh, I've got the wrong side. All right, this is what I was talking about. Yet, it is an antenna. But this is not an ordinary antenna. This is not for your cell phone reception. This is, in fact, for, if you can see this little sticker right here, it says OTA capable. Now, what OTA means, that means over the air. Now, this is kind of a little screwy, personally. All right, let me explain how this works. So this is how my sales guy explained it to me. This phone is over-the-air capable, which means you can pick up over-the-air air television signals. You can also get some off of the Verizon network, so you can watch TV on this, like I said earlier. Now, the kicker is you, of course, have to pay for it. Even the over-the-air stuff, you have to pay for it, and they don't even offer all of the channels. So, like all of the standard 3 networks, they don't really offer all of them. So you're paying for it, but you know, look and make sure they have the channels you want before you pay for the phone feature. And they didn't have the channels I wanted, so I don't pay for the phone feature. So that's something else you're not going to see, but you know that it's there. So overall, this is a fantastic little phone. It's got a sturdy build quality, which of course you can't touch it, but it has a very sturdy build quality to it. The battery lasts for a good amount of time. This screensaver background is, of course, customizable. The camera on it is pretty good. Not complaining about it. So it pretty much does almost everything you need to do. If you are a business person and you have some sort of business email system such as Microsoft Exchange, not exactly the best one, since this is not a Microsoft operating system. This is LG's proprietary operating system on this. You're not going to get your Exchange sync and some of your more enterprise features on it. But for a consumer phone, this is a great little phone, and I like it. Now, of course, if you can get your email through POP3, then you can still check your email on this, because all phones do email now. So this is the LG Voyager. It's pretty. With a contract, 2-year contract, it runs about $50 to $100. Without a contract, I think it's like $150, $200, somewhere around there. So, but who buys a phone without a contract anymore? Well, I guess some people do. Anyway. So this is the LG Voyager. It's beautiful. If you want a nice phone with a QWERTY keyboard without all of the expensive business features, definitely check it out.